What up guys, it's your boy Snow and we are back again for another brand new Roblox video. And today guys, I'm gonna give you some do's and don'ts that hopefully you guys can use to be a better map builder on Piggy. Let's go. Building your own Piggy map is fun, but at the same time, it's not that easy. You might have the idea and the inspiration about the theme of the map, but sometimes those are just not enough to make your dream Piggy map real. It might be because of the lack of the gameplay mechanics, such as the items and the door placements, or probably because of the limited stuff that are available on the current version of the Piggy Build Mode that we have. However, I got here some do's and don'ts for you to take note, which will surely make you a better builder, and who knows, probably you will be the next Minitoon in the making. But anyway guys, let me just shout out the Snow Squad who commented in my previous video. Shout out to all of you guys. Thank you for always commenting and being active in my comment section. And for today's video's hashtag, if you want to have a chance to be shouted out in my next video, just drop me some hashtag build down in the comment section below. But anyway, starting our do's and don'ts list, that's gonna be give Piggy some space. One common mistake of beginner builders is they only consider the player's pathway. The design of their maps most of the time are so unfair for the Piggy because it was designed without Piggy's consideration. This mostly happens in those maps with a lot of vents. Vents are a good way to add some twist on your map, but if there are too much vents or the travel time for the Piggy to catch up with the player is too long, then that would result for your map to be not balanced. You can avoid a simple mistake by making sure that you are not putting too much vents on your map and also adding a door for the Piggy to walk around. And that way your player has a way to escape and the Piggy has a way to chase the player. On to our next one, that's gonna be use the 3-block rule. If you're not familiar on this one guys, the 3-block rule is about the space that your player and the Piggy can use to run and chase each other. 3 blocks is the minimum space that you should provide on your hallways, corridors, or any pathways you have in your map. Having this space would give your player a fair chance to run around from the Piggy and also will eliminate the possibility for the Piggy to camp. Of course, we don't want any campers on our game, right? I have seen a lot of custom maps with 1 or 2 block space, and that's a big no when building a map because it shouldn't trap your players. You can do this, however, if you will put another escape route for the players on the other side for them to use to avoid being cornered. Again guys, I'm not saying that I'm not allowing you to create 1 or 2 block space on your pathway. Like what I said, all you need to do is just to make sure that there's gonna be an escape route for the players if ever he will enter that space, so that it would not be possible for the Piggy to just stay on that pathway and just block the way and camp there. But then again guys, that would be really risky because of course there will be traps, so that's gonna be really OP for the Piggy to put a trap on that one. So as much as possible guys, if you can avoid putting 1 or 2 block space, just follow the 3-block rule. Another important thing on our list is the use of the invisible blocks. The invisible blocks are pretty easy to understand the way how it works, but many players are not using it correctly. Do not ever use invisible blocks as part of your obstacle because that's just plainly unfair for the players. I mean, you can't see it. It's an invisible block and it's gonna be very annoying for a player to literally play it as if they are blind because they can't see anything. They can't see the pathway. So please stop using the invisible block as part of your obstacle. You can, however, replace it with maybe a transparent block because it's still kind of possible for us to see it. It might not be as visible as the normal block, but still, like what I said, do not ever use invisible block as part of your obstacle. Use the invisible blocks, however, to cover those areas that you don't want the players to access. One thing that you should also consider is that players can jump and also climb. Those decorations that you have put on your map might be used to camp from Piggy, so putting an invisible block on top or maybe beside of those decors would solve that problem. I'm sure that you don't want your friends becoming ninja, you know, inside your map, do you? Going to our next one is don't go too big. Some map ideas might really be big, but if you were aiming to create a map that many players would play or you want it to be, you know, a popular custom build, you should consider your visitor's experience inside your map. Having a big map or too much decoration might cause your friends to lag. If you're going to save your custom Piggy map, you can actually see the file size of it. As you can see here, one of my map, which is the chapter 12 or the old chapter Deja Vu map, it is 100 plus KB. For my theater map, that's gonna be less than 100 KB, but obviously my theater map is a lot smaller compared to my Deja Vu map. All I wanted to say, guys, is if you can stay on the 100 KB mark, do it. The loading time would be really slow, especially for those mobile players or maybe iPad players. If they're going to visit a map with maybe 300 KB plus size, that's gonna be really bad for them. And yeah, the map would not be even playable, especially if there are some other players as well on the map, because it will lag them. Remember, guys, that I'm live streaming Piggy, and on 100 KB plus map, which is the Deja Vu map, whenever I'm allowing my viewers to play my map, some of them are actually lagging. And take note, guys, that most of them are even on PCs. So what more if you're a mobile user or an iPad user? That's gonna be really a big inconvenience. You can lower your map size by removing some of the decorations that you have put. You put a lot of lights or maybe too much chairs or tables. You can just remove some of them just to make sure that your players will not lag inside. Not mentioning the fact that a big map would be hard for Piggy to chase around the players, which will result to another negative experience when playing your map, especially if you're gonna be the Piggy. I mean, if you will be the Piggy, you have the same walking speed as the players, and if the space is just way too big, well, it will just be a never-ending chasing game. If you have reached this part of the video, I'm assuming that you were enjoying our today's video, so why not freeze that thumbs up button and also join our Snow Squad by hitting that subscribe button. We are so close to 50k, and it will be awesome if you will be part of it. Anyway, for the last but definitely not the least is do some test runs. Whenever we are live streaming and we are visiting some other maps or custom maps for my viewers, most of the time their map is not even playable. Sometimes there will be some rooms that it'll be a trap or just a dead end because they misplaced the item or they forgot to put the item inside that room to open up the other room. Some kind of like that problem, and that is the reason why you should play your own game. Mistakes can be everywhere, and places that can be abused by your players might exist on your map. And as a builder, it is your job to polish your map and make sure that players would play it the way how you wanted them to play it. Testing it with a bot, or even better, having someone as a tester, would really help to make sure that your map is working as intended. Anyway, those are some of the most important things that you should do and shouldn't do when building a custom Piggy map. If you think you have followed all the things on our list, flex your creation to the whole Snow Squad, drop your usernames down in the comment section below, and if ever there will be a map that is really awesome and really outstanding compared to others, I might even make a video out of it depending on how good it is. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bells on, and I'll see you guys again on the next one. Stay cold. Peace out.